What is going on, you beautiful bastards? This is Chuck at Bucket007, and welcome. It's been a while since I streamed anything. I think, well, honest to goodness, streamed anything that I'm decent at. Anyway, if anybody remembers the Project Spider ship thing, that is still in the works. I'm working on getting a blueprint to work again in this game, which I really hope I can, so I could repair something like that and those over there. They're not the subject of this stream though, but I figured I'd show you guys this anyway. What you're seeing here is my own custom built version of the SR-71 Blackbird. Originally it had a more typical cockpit that you would expect to find. They're very much work in progress. They don't have any backward thrusters. Like this is the original one right here. Single pilot. Pretty much all hydrogen engine powered, which is pretty baller, but because of a certain change made to the game, I lost quite a few things, i.e. there was a hydrogen thruster here that would go in that would give you the afterburner kind of an appearance, so that's why these haven't been finished yet. But for today, neither here nor there. What we are gonna do is what is today? 6, 7, 19? Ah, shit. Yes. Okay. So what we're gonna do Go on, Game. I know you want to save. Come on. Also, this is still a work in progress. Now, so I don't get distracted, what we're going to be doing is actually interesting. We have new skins, new textures. We have new this, new that. I'm still working on figuring out how to get this color palette to be different, but we'll get there. Okay, so let's be wise. I'm not going to delete these on the off chance that because the game could be kind of weird. So we're going to go ahead and move these out and about. And they are using retractable landing gear, so they are highly unstable. They don't fly too awful well. Rudder controls, all that kind of stuff. Like this one's actually flying a little bit because I had to put vertical takeoff ability to a degree. Like, it's one of those weirdo things, but once it lands, it should be okay. Come on, stop. And yes, they are powered, but we are going to be doing something completely atypical. We're going to be trying new blocks, new builds, all that kind of stuff. I've been meaning to get back into Space Engineers. I've been doing a lot of Warframe, and you know, thanks to everyone that's been checking out and following that. I appreciate you guys every single day. I try my damnedest to get back to you guys whenever you make statements and everything, but neither here nor there. Okay, so there's an entire grid that was here that is missing. But with what I call the SR-78, I learned some principles. Like that one right there is totally unpowered. And it shows. It's missing its freaking forward landing gear. What we're looking at, I'm thinking about building a proper ship with some of this. There are rudders. There were going to be tail rudders that would actually have some kind of a gyroscopic effect, but there isn't. This one's the weird one because there's supposed to be a jet engine there. And it kind of gives you the appearance that it needs to have. Let's double check what we got for FPS simulation speed. Alright, I want to double check that has everything it needs to have. I just wanted to make sure, because if we have the SR-78 project in place, I could delete these instead of having them out causing issues and all that. We already have wind power powering the hangar that I've built. Okay, cool. And yeah, this should be pretty awesome. Because now we have things like small grid, um, small grid life support containers, or life support capsules, or cryopod capsules, I'm sorry. We have the hydrogen engines now. We have the wind generators. I was trying to implement wind power into the SR-78, but I was unable to actually accomplish this. But should be fine. Should be. I'm hoping it's fine, I should say. Like, I can't be a smartass and say it's not gonna be fine, but I can most certainly, definitely, possibly, probably hope. So, we'll get there. Also, I am digging my new headset or my new headphones. It's great. I got some new gear recently. I got the Yeti on the Boon here, a new pop filter, nicer pop filter, so my audio quality should be much better than my Blue Snowball. And I got the Sennheiser 559s. I got them Amazon Warehouse, ironically, instead of paying full price. They didn't come with a dongle, so I'm using a cheaper one until my good ones, like my gold contact ones, get here. So, you know, just in case. To that. Alright, so we can actually do away with these. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you guys what I actually was up to. Like, I built decoys. Like, these are supposed to replace flares. And in this, like, to give you an idea of some of the concepts I've got going. This ship is almost, or this jet is almost entirely powered by hydrogen engines with secondary reactors to give it a little extra oomph. Other than that, it's all the same. And let me tell you, building a jet in Space Engineers sucks. So, we're not going to do that again for a while. Alright. That is a computer cluster we don't need right now. That is a hydrogen fuel resupply buoy. Don't need that. There's some of the parts of the jet. We're just going to clean all this out real quick because I don't like having things in the way of my workspace. What we're going to do is we're going to build something up inside this hangar. I don't know what yet, but we're going to be implementing the new techniques, new blocks, whatever they call it, whatever you want. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. Yada, 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 yada. Matter of fact, I want to say Project Spider... No, Project Spidership isn't on this map. Alright, so what we need to have, first and foremost, we're going to work on... I believe I'm going to do a small grid. Because I actually do prefer my small grids these days. Like, it's just easier for me to keep track of everything. So what we're going to do... is we're gonna be using some of these lovely new mods, or not mods, not even mods. That's the best part. Some of these aren't even mods. This is great. Like I have all of the DLC for this game right now, except for one of the skin packs. So that's awesome. We're gonna, I believe, we'll have primary power coming from deuterium reactors. I need to figure out exactly what I need. So, let us see. Huh. Decorative blocks. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I've got to see this console block. Excuse me. Does it work? Oh, that's a shame. Alright, let's have a look at this. No. No, 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 no. Hold on. No. Okay, I've never used this before. I gotta attempt something. Hold on. I have got to try something. I just want to have a look at some of these new blocks. You know, let's copy the Calypso over. Is this like a project? Oh my god, that is cool. Okay, so I'll definitely have to do a little bit of reverse engineering on that. Oh, yes, 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 indeed. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'm going to make like a small little 3-4 person ship, maybe. So let us get started right away with the landing gear that I'm going to need. To drop. Nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do, hopefully, all right, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna start by moving this item or this piece of metal here, and we're gonna figure this out because I want to figure this out. I've been itching to do some new building designs, and we're gonna do so. Let me double check something with the... Okay. Come on, like... Oops. 1 second, y'all. I gotta get my... There we go. I'm not used to having a detachable mice cable. Okay, there we go. Alright, so. Come on, mouse. Register that you have been... Alright, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have a tri-engine design. Definitely an airlock of some kind. Maybe 50 meters, maybe in total size. I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's go ahead and get this metal piece here, this armor block. What I need to learn is how to clean the armor. Ah, nice. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with some of the carbon fiber, perhaps. We're going to start with some of the base coloration here, because I really want to see what this looks like. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to bring it back. See how good this looks. Oh, that does look very chic. That looks really nice. Okay, so one thing to be awesome is if that actually affected the overall weight of the ship. We're gonna do this real quick. Try to give it some plane. So I think it needs to be... I'm thinking it needs to be about this wide. Enough room on the bottoms there for the thrusters. Have this be the bottom skeleton. And in case you are wondering, I still do not prefer to use mirrored mode because I'm not particularly good at it. So for now, we're not going to do that. Alright, so that'll make up the core bottom of the ship. And this is going to be the outside skeleton, I believe. I'm going to have it part clean metal, part... I'm going to try to incorporate all the different things into this thing's design. So we're going to start by doing this, and don't worry, there will be points where I start changing things, like where I want to change everything. So we're just going to do one like big billet of carbon fiber at this point for a moment. Just to try to get a little bit of a feel of what it might look like. Right. God, I could imagine trying to build a thinner set of all of this. That would be amazing. Okay, so that part now. Matter of fact, we don't need this piece either. Just let it fall completely flat. Excellent. So we can actually work under it a little. Alright, so we definitely got that. Let's see. And like I said, this is just the overall large piece. So we're looking at maybe, possibly, kind of, sort of. Some stuff here. We're just gonna play around with this a little bit, get me a feel of it. Yeah, this will look pretty nice. It'll be a combination of carbon fiber and clean armor. Except around the engines. I think I'll make it to where the engines actually look like they have some wear to them. Because I think that would actually look really, really nice. Do I like that? It's like, hate it, love it, print it. Right? I think I'm going to widen it just a little bit to get that overall look I'm looking for. Right now, this is important that I do this correctly. Not so much correctly. I just want it to look right. Really, I just want it to look right as rain. Speaking of here in Georgia, it's like Armageddon, Georgia. There we go. I had it right the first time. Cool. Alright, so maybe this can act like a scoop. Yeah, I think it could be like a scoop or something. Or some kind of re-entry system. I'm not entirely positive what I want out of it just yet. Because we're just beginning. And of course, I'm going to want to have it. Oh, now that's an idea. Okay, so we can actually have that like that, and then I get to see if this looks any good. This would make a good oxygen collection system point. Good air intake. Okay. I can work with that. So I can turn the entire bottom into that carbon material. And then I can have the entirety of everything else be something completely different. Okay. So if I want to do that, that there gives me enough room. Okay, so I need to expand it just one more wide. Okay. Now I'm going to be pulling out the stops with this. So this one's going to be a space-faring one. So I intend on making this a little bit more resilient. Like, this being the bottom layer is going to be a solid there's going to be a heavy armor block as well. But for now, no. Not just yet. Okay, so have this done just right. Maybe I'll have it do that, and then we can do that. And that. Excuse me, y'all. Let's have to take a check here. What is JC talking about? Give me a second, y'all. Let me see what JC has to say. Okay. So. Okay. Now, anybody that's ever seen my builds before, you know that I'm a huge fan of building oxygen collection units. And that's exactly what we're doing here. That's only there for one reason. OCS intake covers. Save. And we'll set those to close as soon as I bring power to the ship. Oops, that's not what I was trying to do. It's been a very long time since I played SE. Holy crap. Okay, so. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And the best part is this is all considered one continuous piece, so I can get away with that. Alright, so basically, this whole piece right here is going to adapt to what this bottom thing has done. So I'm going to be handling it like a 3D printer. Alright, so that is cool. Now, I could do a dynamic. Yes, I could. I very easily could. Alright. I need to make sure this works proper. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it a little bit different. By a little bit, because I don't normally do it that way. Which will make life a little bit more interesting. So it opens, it shuts, it will do what it's got to do. Alright. Good. Alright, so allow me to explain. The shutter's open. The vents will both get oxygen. And then, well, all four will get oxygen. And then I will have them all go to a central air tank of some kind. So, matter of fact, let's do that right now. Let's give it the oxygen tanks it needs. I'm going to go ahead and say, this needs the clean. I want the clean armor look on this. I'm not going to lie. Okay, that looks quite nice. All integrated. Well, maybe not all connected. Not all integrated. Actually, no, that one's fine integrated. Looking at it. This is more just for design element. Okay, so if I do that just so, we should have plenty of atmospheric gas. Actually, we'll put that there. Good. Alright. So far, I'm quite pleased with that. And then I could actually lighten this armor after I'm done with what I gotta get done. Like everything from, say, here, all the way to here for sure. Doesn't have to be full armor blocks now. It needs to be half armor. Like it needs to be before I cut it loose. Excellent. So we're going to do a combination of layers and layers of armor. This is going to be one of my builds where I do integrated layered armor. Well, the objective is to make this thing as light as possible, light as a feather. That'll be a holding bracket. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, that's looking pretty nice. Alright. And then I can just have it kind of be flat. Like, somewhat flat. So I can have it be something like that, maybe? Like, as of here. It might be a little bit thicker. I'm not entirely just sure in its entirety, anyway. But we will be fine. Because the idea is this is supposed to be, like, this is going to work great. Because as soon as you go into the atmosphere, you open the airtight hangar doors, all this is going to come flowing in. And bada bing, bada boom, we're good. Alright, so let's see this. Let's do tanks. This vents. Now I'm going to leave those vents alone. Except for, I'm going to say OCS. Oxygen collection systems. And this will be important when the data starts showing. Okay, so at this point, this thing is going to be able to suck up plenty of air whenever it's in atmosphere. So that's good. I'm going to see about getting some of those beautiful new blocks to do what I need them to do. And then we'll work our way up. Okay, yes. Yes, I can do that. I can get away with that. Now that's cool. Alright. You're probably wondering what I'm thinking, but we are golden. This is going to be awesome. Let's see. I believe what I'm going to do is... No, can't do that. However, I can just play out with this. Try to get as comfy as I possibly can with that scenario. Alright, so we won't do it that way. Totally fine. It's manageable. It's perfectly fine. Alright, so what we're going to do now. So I gotta alter the strat just a little bit, because I'm trying to make everything good and compact too, like a moron, which I shouldn't be trying to do that, but I'm doing it anyway because science, alright? Because science. There we go. That's what we'll do. Okay, so. Also, this is the first time in a long time I've used the music. Like, it sounds really good with Sennheisers, man. Like, I should have got me a set of these, like, years ago. I probably would have been a lot happier with my audio editing and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so what we got is we kind of got, like, this skid-looking thing. I'm thinking about making this, like, the very, 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 very front of the ship. And, of course, since all we need is a little crack there, we don't need it to be super fancy, but just a little bit, just enough for it to suck with high pressure, suck all the air it needs. Perfect. Alright, so I'm thinking that for somewhat of the front bulkheads. Maybe I'll put, maybe. You know what? I like that too. Let's just make this a thing real quick, like. Yeah, boy. Okay, so now we have the air vents going in, sucking the air in. Alright, so we got it going up into that panel, going in. It'll go through that system, sucking as it goes. It'll go through the airtight hangar door into both of those, or all four of them, into the tanks, and then it'll bypass the tanks eventually and go out. I like that. I like that very much. Matter of fact, I have an extra step I'm thinking about doing. One for the, possibly have a small air chambers, like, instead of just having the tanks carry all the oxygen, have itty-bitty air tanks too, that I can use in an emergency to suck air out that isn't in the tanks to force air through the ship very quickly. I think that'll work out brilliantly too. Let's see. Something like that would look a little bit like, say, we'd have individual pocket, rib pockets like so. And in these pockets there would be, of course, the air, at which point, if you need it, you can call forth the air. And once we get through this layer, which this layer will be like this, and then we get through. Yep, I like that. Okay, that's a nice idea. I want to explore this, so we're going to do that, because I've never done the ribbing to have pockets of air I could just suck out of the ship or into to fill a hole. So it could be fine. Like, I'll separate all of them with bulkheads. That way I can say, if I need all the air at once, I can just open the bulkheads and then, like, open up the containers, and bada bing, bada boom, we're good. I like that. I like that a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and that. good. And perfect. Oops. And remember, guys, this is all about saving weight wherever possible. So we're going to try our best to save some weight in places. This doesn't have to be a perfect seal. It just has to be close enough. So I think I'm going to make some of these little cells like this. And again, this is all to try to save a little bit of extra weight. That's what I did wrong. Okay. Makes sense now. Perfect. Alright, so basically I just gotta cut and paste that anytime I need it. So let's do a little bit of thinking. I'm gonna have all these individual little air cells here. Like, that's enough to give a cockpit, for example, like a small ship cockpit, enough air for you to survive for probably 10 minutes, maybe. So that'll be cool. And we just continue tearing things out as we go until we get the shape we are looking for, which should be just about any time now. So we're gonna go ahead and trim the fat off of that because we don't need to worry about it. And we can shave it here. Helps if I have it on the right block, huh? We're getting ready to switch over to materials here pretty soon. Very nice, very, very nice. I am really enjoying this carbon material implement to the game. That means we don't have to use the graphene blocks anymore, which is a very, very old mod. I don't even know if it's supported anymore, which is a shame because it's such a good mod. Like, it's a really good mod. Okay, I need to make it to where those edges disappear. I think I have to have that there to make it disappear. Or do I? Okay, so no matter what, they're going to be there. Okay, cool. So I can get away with that. Because again, this is just the hollow areas. Not going to be anything interesting going on in there. Okay, I don't know their total capacity of the oxygen blocks here, but I want to say it's a pretty decent amount. HVAC system's completely isolated. That's all the oxygen plant the entire vessel's gonna need. Means I can start focusing on other things. And you know, even if I really wanted to, okay, so each cell thinking needs to be a little bit taller. That'll work. Alright. Nice. Very good. Okay, so each one of these little cells is going to make up a little oxygen pocket, a little secondary oxygen tank. Think of it as kind of like ballast. So basically what we're going to have is the whole ship's going to be this way, but closer to the front here, there's going to be, I guess, the cockpit / bridge area could be just a little bit above this with base plate metal, looking finished. So walk through the ship, walk down above the tanks. So this would be considered the tank top on a normal ship, where the keel and everything is. But above all this will be a base layer of actual metal, and then the bridge can be in here after I expand its size a little bit. Top layer metal is going to be here, so say everything above this point right here is just going to be a metal finish. We're going to go ahead and put a black layer down first just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. here things will be a little bit bigger, so that's fine, that's cool. So you get this little flat matte black finish here, at least for the base, and then I will keep going. I've got a plan for this, all of this. When I get to the underworks. Excuse me. There we go. believe. Little subtleties in certain places to show that there's plate armor above the carbon material. I think that looks kind of nice. That, and remember, all this right here is going to be changed too, so slowly but surely things will be getting changed as soon as I figure out what I want it to do. But for now, matter of fact, man, that fat lady hella skinny, huh? There we go. So, we got that. I'm thinking that this would be a good kind of well size for the pilot, and then up a level will be some of the system controllers, yada 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 yada, blah blah blah. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so now how am I gonna make that work? Ooh, that's a nice idea. Okay, so I knew I'd come up with something cool. So we got that right there. This would be cell 1 and 2. And then 3, 4, yada yada yada. You get the idea. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and do a few more of these because I liked how that turned out. Not entirely positive if it's going to continue working out, but it might. And I'm not gonna lie, the freaking carbon fiber thing looks really freaking cool, okay? Like, let's be realistic here. That looks dope. So let's continue this. Okay, so what else can I do to this thing? Matter of fact, I think the next layer I do is gonna be nice. Okay. See, we're saving on weight. And this also helps slow down damage as it occurs, because it's a type of bulkhead. It's kind of an isolated pocket, because I'll be able to separate them from the bottom with airtight hangar doors. And of course, while I'm at it in here, they'll put a glow block. Don't worry, I've got a plan for this too. Now, I could separate these with bulkheads, but I don't think I want to do that. Not for air pockets, like they're basically just there to be part of the frame. So the real question is, do I want that? Hell, I could even use those technically as a form of ballast. That's where this takes us. Because a lot of cool things could be about to happen. Alright, so if we're looking at the shape, if I gradually make it wider and wider as I go, that'd be kind of cool. And all the interior areas are going to be white because that reflects light. Like right now, it's actually quite bright in here, so that's good. What else? Okay. Okay, it's working. I can make all of this work. Probably not that, but I can make all of that work. What It's working, it's working. Save that weight somewhere, guys. Kind of something like that. Yes. If only. Okay, so this might be the first major glitch that I come across. Yeah, it's gonna be one of the first major issues I encounter. Because it's going to want to go that way. Fair enough. So let's alter the design elements just so slightly. Because if I do this right, I can even build Hellfire missiles into it. That would be cool. The bomb.com level cool, actually. I'll accept that. That will freaking work, because I could do something completely special with that. Maybe. Let me double check that just to make absolutely sure. Ah, that's right. Excellent. Good, that light's good. Support light is straight. Starboard light is straight. And the tub has got its base foundation in place. So far, so good. I can go back to building this correctly. One, two. Roll. I guess I can look this way too. That's not a big deal. Okay, so we got that going. That's good. Alright. So I got those lights in place. And now we can actually start dramatically changing the upward shape. I could do it. Ooh, that would actually be kind of nice. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that for a second. Let's see how that looks. I wanted to do it in triangles, but apparently that's not going to work. Okay. The one, next one. Two. Looks okay. This one. Okay, I can work with that. Try to reflect that light as much as possible. We're looking through a cockpit. best part is I'll be able to do an air leak test here pretty soon. Alright, so I think we can do a little bit more. Not much more, but just a little bit more. And of course, build the rest of the ship accordingly. Basically, I'm starting with the cockpit or the bridge just to get a feel for what I like. I'm gonna leave those textures on too. Like, when we do our leak test, I'll make sure to use due diligence to fix that. It shouldn't be a problem. This doesn't look like it's gonna be a problem. Just trying to make sure it looks good. Okay, make sure I have enough room overhead. Now, there's going to be a lot of controls here, too. There's going to be a window there. One second, guys. I'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Gonna give me a quick bite to eat. Just a little quick intermission.